Are you in the... Of course you're in the expedition.
You can cancel the expedition if you want.
I mean, I want the XP because there are only 2 minutes left.
Oh, okay.
So I don't want to, like, you know, I don't want to waste it.
I forget how fast some of them are.
I mean, if it was like 15 minutes, I would have probably canceled it. But like 2 minutes, I'm probably just gonna wait. But yeah, don't like this fight. Probably like the only fight in the game I don't like.
Yeah, I really don't remember that fight being hard, but I was also over leveled. So
I mean, yeah, you did a lot of like gene splicing stuff, and you were definitely over leveled and spent more time with the game. So you know that might actually make a difference.
yeah, I think I also had like maxed out Mizutsune weapons as well on my end to combat it. I wasn't using hammer. I was only
I think
using
the main thing is I just really hate I don't have a battle buddy for it. That might definitely make it not as bad.
I think it's learning how. I think it's the blast light. I think is your problem. You just don't have enough health to deal with blast light right now. That seems to be the big issue for you, right?
I mean, yeah, there's a couple of things. I definitely think the blast thing is one thing. It would be a lot easier, obviously, if I had a battle buddy because there'd be someone else to take aggro, and I'd just do more damage and get kills faster overall. So,
Yeah. So with those, a lot of those, I know Uragaan does a lot of attacks where you can't, you have to use evasion or guarding, which blast light can still hit you through guard. But the big thing is make sure that you're doing double attack, because double attacks mean that you're not going to take damage from a head to hand. That's huge. Being able to double attack at every possible opportunity.
I mean, yeah, I was double attacking pretty much. The second attempt, especially, I was double attacking a lot, and then I evaded when he aimed on me, but sometimes he aimed on the monster, and there was nothing I can do. So
that's another cool thing about Mizutsune is I think at level 30, it learns a skill called Bubbly Dance, which obviously you can manually select if you have enough kinship, but it works as an absolute evasion for your monster. Because you don't have access to evasion for the whole party yet. That's a post-game thing.
there we go. Finally. Bit of channeling. Oh, I need to take that party.
And make sure you're selecting Noxious Spit, not Poison Spit. Noxious Spit is stronger. Oh wait, you're doing it the wrong way. Wait, whoa.
What?
You're channeling Mizutsune onto Purple Ludra, not the other way around.
So I press the one I'm getting rid of first?
No, you press the one you want to keep first.
I gotta take you out of this stupid expedition. Alright. Hopefully this works. Pretty sure this is the only fight we've ever had, like, trouble on. Like, sure, I lost fights, but if I lost a fight, I mostly knew how to do it differently. And I won either the second or the third time.
Yeah, I think like really it was, and the more your problem with the royal monsters was just getting the retreat to proc, which is RNG based. There's nothing you can do about that.
Oh yeah, the royal monsters too, but that most of the time it was like, oh, they were just too strong for me, or, you know, I mean, I always just won at some point. If I lost, it was mostly just because like, oh, like I was fighting it for the first time and I had to learn the fight, because that's a lot of this game. I feel you do have to like learn the fights, obviously. Like, you don't always go in expecting to win. You go in, you learn the fight, and then you know how to do it differently.
Yep, no, that and that's very true to Monster Hunter. Mainline is the same way. You've got to learn the attack pattern and figure out what you want to do on certain turns, what you want to bring.
This fight, a little bit, it did feel like that. I felt like, oh, you know what? I lost the first time. Try it again. I tried it again. I was really learning it, and I felt like I was doing good. But then, like, it didn't really feel as, like, oh, yeah, go and do it the right way this time. Because of the stupid blast. And also, just not having another battle buddy, I think, blows. And in the early game and mid game, I would say early game, early mid game, they were good about that. But like, I feel like now, it's not like a big deal, but there are a lot more like, oh, longer periods of time without battle buddies. Like, they have you fight bosses without battle buddies.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't really have that between Roberto and Kyle, right? Because that
Yeah,
Mizutsune
with
runs.
Roberto and Kyle, it wasn't like a boss that you had to fight. It was just like, it was a little gap, but it wasn't that bad because you could just skip battles if you really didn't want to fight.
Yeah, I think honestly, this Uragaan fight is really the only fight that applies that way. Because I'll tell you right now, you're going to get another battle buddy, not during the Uragaan fight, but I think pretty much right after.
Probably, yeah, because we're like nearing the village or whatever. But yeah, I mean, like, it's not that bad in enemy encounters because running is so easy. You could just, if you really don't want to fight, you could just run. But like a big enemy like this, it's a problem. I mean, it's fine though. Like, the game hasn't really had a moment like this, so one moment like this is not a big deal.
One wall for you is not really that big of a deal. Like, and the other thing too is like you have not taken on any of like the side bosses, like the mini subquest bosses, and those bosses were really throwing me around, and I did a couple of those without a battle buddy. Like there's a hard mode Tigrex subquest boss that I did, and I think it took me like 4 attempts to do it, even though I like knew the Tigrex pattern. It just did so much damage that I
subquest I'm like fine with doing that too, because like obviously they're optional and you're encouraged to like explore and grind more if you need to.
Yeah. But and then brute Tigrex as well, but that again, that was me doing it as a royal monster, so it was to be expected because it's like an optional challenge.
Alright, I'm gonna start off as blunt because you get those rocks in.
Don't forget your cool miss.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that now since I didn't use my turn.
Because that's the last thing you want.
Oh yeah, because this time I didn't load my game, I actually left. Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't have to the other time because I loaded. I did not mean to switch you in. You are doing Noxious Spit, but that's not really gonna help right now.
Yeah, you want to go for Bewitching Bubbles, but you probably don't have enough kinship to use it manually. You've got to build up charge on me as quickly as you can, and you got to keep it. Like, for example, in that situation right there, where you had Legiana in, I would have swapped back to Mizu because it wasn't targeting the Mizu. And that way you would have some kinship bar specifically with Mizu to then use water skills when it did get targeted.
He might detonate. Yeah.
Yeah, his pattern is he summons 2 rocks and then he starts blowing them up.
And I love it how the game's like, hey, get the rocks before he detonates them, but like it's basically, it feels impossible to break them before he does it.
Yeah, it's not really a sound strategy until later on, unless you have like a fully bingoed out monster, to be honest. Yeah, because you don't, it's not even like you have access to pump up or any like strong buffing moves.
Alright, let's switch in Guild and Mizitsune here. Don't do that, actually, because you're not heading on. Actually, take the time to do this if you're not heading on. Let's try to life powder here. A poisoning you would be great, assuming I could.
And it's not just poison, it's noxious poison. So it deals more damage.
But now you're back to power. Oh, nice, we poisoned them. That'll definitely help.
Yeah, and I think because this is a boss, you can't trap it either. They really nerf traps in this game. There's basically no good situations where you use traps.
Ooh, dang, that's a close power clash. I was not ready for that.
Wait, is he... the poison's preventing him from moving? I've never seen it.
It said like a mobile poison. I was wondering about that too.
I have never seen that. What?
Now you're stunned. Alright, so I guess Mizitsune just makes this easy. Like a joke.
I told you. But that never happened to me, where he was like not capable of moving through the poison.
Really interesting when the game's like, hey, this one annoying enemy, get this one specific monster on your team to deal with it.
And the unfortunate thing too is I feel like a lot of like, because you're starting to get weapons that require like a secondary material to craft. I feel like there's a lot of weapons that the secondary material is Uragaan. So you have to like, you do fight a decent number of Uragaan. But obviously when you're doing it for high rank Uragaan, you'll have me with you and it's significantly easier than like an actual person helping you.
You should still be in power phase. Wait, that was such a long way. I thought my Switch crashed. How much health do you have? Hopefully not much. Alright, now you're back to mad, which is technical. I'm gonna get Mitsutsune back in here.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about Noxious Spit is like, I mean, you don't have a lot of water attack options, but it's cheap. It's pretty strong, and it's got a high chance to do that Noxious Poison. So it's a pretty good attack
Also gonna
to
go back to
have.
sword because that is no longer effective. And that was still my first heart, which is good.
Yeah, no, you're progressing a lot better.
We should
than you
have
it.
this time. Like, unless I make a dumb move, I think we should have it. What do you know? Mitsutsune made all the difference.
Yep. That's why I love Mitsutsune.
Yeah,
like
bad boss fight. Probably the worst in the game. IMO.
Like the fact that Mitsutsune just carries. Looks like you finally get a good water type, and look what happens. Capcom finally decided to give us a good water monster,
Oh no!
and it shows. It's on like everybody's seen.
Not a scratch. You know I always land on my feet. But now's no time for lollygagging. This path leads to the foot of the volcano.
Okay, let's get moving. Aren't you coming?
This is as far as I go. Good luck, partner.
Sorry.
I've got a family to look after. Can't take unnecessary risks like I used to. Besides, you got a new partner.
A new partner? Yeah, well, I guess you're right. Okay, until we meet again.
Go and do all the things we dreamed of, partner. Travel the world.
I will. It's a promise.
Go out there and be positively claudacious and, nothing.
And, formidable feline, right?
Well, look at that. You remembered after all.
I hate those eyes.
I did. I just couldn't bring myself to say it. Like before.
Alright, they're back to normal. I didn't like Naru's eyes for like the past 10 seconds.
Well.
Positively claudacious formidable felines. That's us. Time to head out with my new partner.
Thank you for everything, Orgo.
Until next time, Sarge.
Yep, down the volcano. Are we like almost done with this volcano?
No, we just started.
There's still more dungeon to go then?
No, the dungeon should be pretty much done, but like, just as a general habitat, you just started here.
No, I meant, yeah, I just meant like, are we getting to the like village anytime soon?
Kinda. You'll see. We got a couple, actually, really just one story beat first.
Is there gonna be a caravan stand anytime soon?
I don't think there's a caravan stand at the top, but you'll see.
Because I need to wrap up. We're like at 4 hours already.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was saying if there was a, I doubt. I mean, we just got the burrow, but I assumed after that boss it'd be like, hey, you fight, you're like at the village, but there seems to be more.
Yeah. No, there's definitely more to go.
I'm gonna go back then. Because that boss fight, I didn't want to leave that boss fight for next stream, but that boss fight was already cutting it dangerously close to going over time, and it kind of did, but it's fine. Alright. we are gonna have to continue Turga Volcano next stream.
Yeah. No, I was kind of hoping we'd get a little bit farther in Turga today.
I was too if that boss wasn't annoying. But you know, it happens. Those of you watching, hope you all enjoyed. When we come back next time, we'll continue Turga. Apparently, we only have like maybe 2 to 3 streams of the game left. It would be nice if I can get this game done like the Tuesday after Star Ocean 6, because that would help my schedule. It's gonna be hard enough to balance those 3 games as is. But yeah, we'll make some major progress. It's really just story progress, and then once we're like at the end, Wildcat will confirm, and I'll be like, yeah, let's go do those kinships. That's kind of gonna be the plan. Yeah, that'll be it. We are still gonna do Tuesday story streams. Today was just, this week was scuffed, but we'll still do Tuesday for the next story stream, so you guys just have to wait less for the next one. But yeah, thank you all for watching. See you all next time.
Yep, see ya.